Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Stoneblock 3 land. And I've been doing some off recording work here with the chickens. You know, the grind, like I said, with the chickens. There have been successes and there have been failures. We have a lot of chickens now. We do have an awful lot of chickens. They stacked to 16, so I've predominantly pushed, once I got the hang of it, pushed to 16 for each type of chicken. We've actually got ender pearl chickens, which is what I was focusing on. Initially we wanted just the coal chickens, because I thought, coal chickens, that's a way forward. Ender pearl chickens I decided to push for, and that takes a lot of chickens to make the ender pearl chicken. I should have been focusing really on, let me have a look. Let me have a little look-see-loo. There is an obsidian chicken, which requires the water chicken and the lava chicken. And I don't know if we made the water chicken. We may have made the water chicken. The gunpowder chicken, no we haven't, because we haven't made the gunpowder chicken, which is the sand and the flint chicken. So we've still got some way to go to get the obsidian chicken, but we have got the ender pearl chicken, which requires the netherwort chicken and the diamond chicken. These two are really difficult to get. Been an absolute faff getting them, and it has cost me, as you can see from my inventory, my hammer. Because you get kind of, excuse me, you get kind of click happy over here. Just clicking, taking out bad chickens, getting rid of them in the bin. You just shift clicking stuff into the bin all the time, and I appear to have shift clicked my hammer away. Not a major problem, but a little bit irritating. Over here, we've had some success with the smeltery. It's a little bigger than it was. We've got a button here that turns on the lava, and we've got a button back there that turns on the water, because we've rerouted the power for the water back to here. We do have a problem in that this isn't filling natively. It only fills when you're running the water, and you're not running the water all the time, and it doesn't fill at the same rate it empties. So that is going to become a problem for future Furryearsworld. This is where we had the original belt running across. This is where we were planning a new belt, which may still come to fruition. We might do an intermediate step going back there, whereby we can run a power somewhere and do something else, I'm thinking. Potentially we could, I don't know. But ideally we want this belt to be running all the time. So that that's constantly filling. But we haven't got that right yet. But we've made enough obsidian through this process to nerf almost all of these. There's only a few we haven't done. The Certus quartz dust isn't done. They're not done. They're not done. They're not done. I think that's about it. Everything else is kind of nerfed. Apart from those two, because they don't really belong in here. We've just put them in there for convenience. We've got this big old fat pipe running, and we've also got downstairs, as we needed some charged Certus for the future, we've got the chicken who is successfully holding his own here against these generators, but there's no real load on them. This, which just you put Certus quartz crystals in the back and you get charged Certus quartz crystals out the bottom. Eventually that will become automated, but for now it's not automated. We need to think about automating all of this. I think initial step is going to be automating this process so that we can get these on demand and feed them into this. I can't remember what this does. There's a process here, but these are critical. We need these being queued up into the side of that constantly. So I think this can hold an inventory level. It's got 7 printed silicons in it. I don't know how much of an inventory it can hold, probably a stack. So if we get that fully automated, so if there's capacity it will do it, then we can say, put a crafting thing on this and say, if there's space, put it in there, and this will be part of the crafting process for that. But that requires crafting terminals and nonsense like that, and we are not at that stage yet. Actually, I think we are. I think we're about ready to start on that process. We may need to make this bigger, this controller. It's not really the right size, and we definitely need probably to come off with another fat pipe like this off the side, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We're not, I don't think, quite there yet, but let's have a look at applied energistics, because we need to get some crafting units, probably 2 crafting units, I think. And they need to be made, by the looks of things, in the create machine, which is fine. That's not a problem. If that's what it wants me to do, that's what I'll do. But that's going to require calculation and logic processors, and that's not a problem. We can do that. Calculation and logic processors, and we're going to need 2 of them, so we need 4 calculation and 2 logic. I don't know how many we've got. None in there. None in there. They may be in the system itself. It's bizarre the way they've embedded create into everything. It kind of feels a little bit. No. I was pretty sure we'd fix that. Why is that not working? Why are we only seeing what's up, not what's down? Something is wrong. Something is terribly, terribly wrong. This was working last time I recorded. Well, the system's definitely powered. And there's definitely a line all the way across there. Have we somehow lost the connection there? Let's have a look. It might be the storage drawers that have gone cattywampus there a little bit. Let's grab the linking tool. I don't think we need the configuration tool, but we'll take it. So that is all linked. That is fully linked. So why isn't it showing up here? Oh, because we're at applied. That's why. It's mirroring the search we've got here. There we go. That's better. That was weird. That befuddled my mind. There's a mode for that, isn't there? Do not sync with RE search. Right, let's try that. That's better. That's better. Now we're getting sensibleness out of it. I don't mind it doing that, but I would prefer it didn't do that just yet. I think it's too early in the game. Molecular assemblers are fun. They are a lot of fun. I like them. We need to make the crafting unit, which is going to require. We've got enough to make 1 of them. We don't. Let's make some more calculation. Excuse me, my throat seems to be pretty rough today. Let's make some more calculation processors, because they're only Certus quartz. We can do that, and that will re-familiarise ourselves with the processes downstairs. So we'll take half a stack of that. I think redstone's going to be good. We'll do some gold as well. There's no gold in there, but we can grab some gold. Overcoming problems, 1 step at a time. Even if it's problems that are created by me being an idiot. Gold. Gold, gold, gold. Gold, 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 gold. Don't want to go too ham, but I don't know if 5's going to be enough. Okay, cool. Let's go. Right, so if we take that out of there with an empty hand. Nope, 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 nope. Stop doing all of this. Why are you doing that to me? No, no. Oh god, it's just doing stuff. It's doing stuff. I'm panicking. Okay, we should have 2 of them to go in there anyway. 3. And they've gone in, and that's now got 10 in it. So we want to go calculation. That is logic. That's calculation. So that's these. If I pop them there, that will start doing stuff. And if we pop the gold there, that will start doing stuff. We'll let that just chew through. This one kind of annoying that it doesn't pull that out. But it's much quicker down here than it was. We might even be able to step it up again. So this is what we want to... This is our aspiration to automate down here right now. This is where we want to be. If we get this lot chewing through, I think we're going to be in a much stronger position. I'm just trying to remember how it all works. So we feed what sits on these into the back, which is, or into the front, depending on where our wire is, into the back or into the front. Either way, doesn't really matter. We got 26 in there. How many golds did we get? 10. Okay, so if we throw all of them on there, like that, that should then stamp those. And then we're going to need, I think we had 32, so we need a few more of these. I need to find a way to pull those out. I don't know how much of that we've got left. But we could just cook some more. We probably should get that going, shouldn't we? Cooking off some more nether quartz so that we've got that ready. That will have to be somehow automated. Because it's a multi-stage thing, isn't it? We need to cook off the nether quartz, which goes into here, to make that, which goes into there. That's the one that wants to put in the demand. And then you just get a whole load of nonsense going on as a result. But some of the processes will need co-processors, some of the processes won't need co-processors. But we're almost looking like we're doing a 3-processor job here. I'm not sure how that's going to work for us. The only saving grace here is we've got a lot of redstone, so that's just going to keep pounding away over there. These are a limiting factor, but we'll just keep, you know, swinging. Right, they're all done now, so we can theoretically take all of them, pop them on there, and that should just pound out a load of circuits for us. It's faster, but it's still slow. That thing drops. We're nearly done with this stack as well, I think. Heading towards done. Yeah, that's donezo there. That's not so good. It does mean we need more. That's still chewing. Let's go get some more cooking off some more quartz. We've done a pretty good job of getting our numbers up on the quartz stuff. We are full on nether quartz. I forgot to fill that back in after I'd had my mental breakdown and dug a hole in the floor. There we go, that's better. It looks different, it's not the same, but I just don't like having a hole in the floor. That's unbecoming. Around the smeltery, where we're doing the obsidian, there's a lot of chaos over there. There is a lot of chaos in the floor, and it's aggravating me intensely. That stick should not be in there. Where's our stick box? I don't know why. I don't know why I'm keeping the sticks. Throw the sticks away. Sticks are useless. They just keep popping into my inventory randomly. I'm sure there's a reason. Absolutely certain there is a reason that they're popping into my inventory randomly. I just don't know what that reason is. Right, they go on there. Redstone will just pound those out for us. And then we've got plenty of supply of stuff to make stuff. So if we go 3 crafting units, that should get us through this process, because we need to cook, pound, and pound. Oh, but there's additional pounding, isn't there? But we don't need to... I'm guessing they're identifiable? I don't know. Let's have a look. See what these ones look like when they're done. I'm guessing there's an identifiable flag on them, but they look the same. Because anything that comes out of one of these 3 here, we want to be auto-fed into that. If it's in the inventory in the ME system, we want it to go into that. And then anything that comes out of this, we want to get fed into that. And then anything that comes out of that, we want to get fed into that. So if there's anything of this nature in the ME system, we want this, whatever a bus attaches to this, to just push that straight in there. We're going to probably need to bring that pipe further along. Because we are only inputting into these. We're not pulling out of these. Actually, we could drop down between the 2 of them, couldn't we? Because we're only 1, 2 attachments. 3, 4. We can get 8 onto a single wire. So we might just come out the side there and along and tap into that lot. Come out the side there, along, and tap into this lot. Because these have inputs and outputs. And these also have inputs, I believe. It's complicated. It's complicated. Right. Incomplete printed circuit calculation. Progress 2 of 3. But is that something we're going to be able to iterate off? Are we going to be able to pick up on that progress bar? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick up on that progress bar. Definitely here, because that's definitively changed. But anything that's step 1 of 2, 1 of 3 needs to get fed into that one. Anything that's just incomplete, step 1 of 1 goes in there. 1 of 2, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3 comes out, doesn't it? So that's just incomplete. 1 of 3, 2 of 3 going in, and then the complete comes out. Yeah, we'll figure that out. There's going to be some brain melting going on with that. Additionally, we do need to kind of support where these crafting co-processors are going to go. Crafting processors, crafting co-processors. Generally, I have more luck with just straight crafting processors. Crafting co-processors, not so much. Not so much with the crafting co-processors. There's a possibility I don't understand what I'm doing. I don't wanna, you know, immediately label myself as that person, but there is a very, very strong chance I don't know what I'm doing. Cool. What is it to make the cable that's just these? Is that just glass? I think that's just glass. Didn't we put more glass in here, or was it fused quartz it needs? It can't be fused quartz it needs. I'm sure it's just glass. And now I've lost them. There they are. Yeah, it is just glass. We did put more glass in there, so that's all good. Good. And then we go with those again. And we put more of the Fluix crystals in there as well. That was a session making those bad boys. So we got 41 Fluix crystals. My apologies. Could do with more. If we start coming off the side of there, We could do it with this initially. We could do it with the normal stuff initially. This stuff initially. I'm thinking. If we come out that way. Wow, you really don't want to place there. Oh, god damn it. We might be breaking our access to that. We'll see how that works out. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay. And then downstairs we're going to do some shenanigans. Which I think is going to be initially this, this, and this. And then we bring it down between these two. Like this. To there. And same here. That's pretty good. This side of things, not sure. Don't know. We need to feed into the top side of this, which is going to just be straight up redstone. But we're going in the right direction with this. We can feed into either side, so we can just do kind of this initially. Feed into that one, and feed into that one. From that, we do need to come down further to there and take out of that one and take out of that one. And then we'll bring this along. And we'll take it out of that one and take out of... Oh, it's just taking out of that one, isn't it? Oh, we need to feed into that one, don't we? Okay, so we can just work around the back. We'll feed in on one side, pull out on the other. Because it's all got to go into this bottom block. That's a nice layout, actually. I don't hate that. And that should work, because we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. And then we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. That should all be good. That should... confidently making the assertion that that might work. Kind of redefining confidence there. Put some more glass in there. We need some iron. We need some iron. Don't we need iron? Crafting unit. Iron. Oh, we spaffed all our fluix cable. We'll grab a bit more. It's fine. No, we need some iron. Just grab a stack of that. And we need... I think that's everything. Yeah, that is pretty much everything. We're never going to remember that, by the way. That is not a thing that we are going to remember. And we've had trouble getting this to craft big recipes before. So we go calculation, calculation, logic. Bring the iron down and bring those down too. And we go iron, 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 and kabuki, kabuki. And then apparently if we give this thing a redstone signal, it will do stuff. This is the word of Jackal, so we know it to be true. Redstone signal requires cobblestone, of which we have exactly none in our inventory. Oh, we have 15 in our inventory. Where the hell did that hide? Good Lord above. Sometimes, you know. Just sometimes. Just sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes. I'm a bit dumb. If I give that redstone signal... Well, it's doing stuff, but it's doing stuff slowly. So that one might take a wee while. Oh, it made a big thunky crunchy noise then, didn't it? It did make a big thunky crunchy noise. So, kind of thinking we want 3 of them. But they can't... I believe they can't touch each other. Unless they can. Because we could just run them off in a spur this way, couldn't we? And then just hang code processors off the bottom. I don't know how the logic works on them touching. I can't remember. We're going to try with them touching each other. See how that works out. So the lever worked. Well, it certainly initiated it. Whether it's actually going to come out as a valid recipe, I don't know. You think when you're planning for your next recording session that you've got all the boxes ticked. You just don't. You just don't. You still faff and piddle about. Okay, that looks promising. That looks like it's doing something. It could still wig out. It could still just explode into a whole mess of nonsense. Or it could work. Shiny. Well, let's commit another one of them then. Because we do need 3 of them. We do need 3 of them. That. Nope. How do I get that out again? God damn it. Cool. Pretty sure I put those. Again, I have trouble with the inventory. And I don't think it's entirely my fault. So we're thinking with the thing that we haven't picked up. It's going well. Ooh, we have a chicken. We have a flint chicken. Why have we got a flint chicken? Did we do something with the flint chicken? Did we do something with the flint chicken? We did not. No, we already had a flint chicken. That's why we ignored the fact that we'd made a new flint chicken. Alright, flint chicken. Thanks for coming out, buddy. He's gone. He's gone. He's just gone. Nothing we can do about it. He's just gone. He just left. He just, you know, buggered off. So that should now tell me it's got a crafting terminal on it, which it does not. Device offline. Do I need to do something to make that? See, I'm not seeing glowing on that. Do I need to give that a... Oh, yeah, I do. We need to give it that to make it that. Yes, okay. Yeah, so these are just the basic building blocks. That one's still chewing through. So we need to make 4K doohickeys. 4K storage. Which requires the 1K storage, which requires more, yeah, let's get more logic doohickeys on the go, and then we should just be able to shift click through those pretty quickly. That's doing its job. Let's get more logic on the go. Logic is, you just use so many of them. You do just use so many of them. How are you doing? You've cooked all that silicon off. Excellent. If we could get this running without interactions, I think we'd be in a better position. If we could just get this inputting its output straight into the ME system, I think we'll be in a happier position. So that's probably where our focus should be. You are logic, aren't you? You can have that lot. Chew on that. Yeah, because we need that. Yeah, let's see if we can sort that out. But that might be in the next episode, because we've made some progress there. We're just bitting it together. There's little bits here, little bits there. All just needs to slot together nicely, and then we get the win. That's kind of where we're going. So we're saying 3 of these. For better or worse, we're saying 3 of these. I don't know whether that's right or wrong, but I feel it's going to be better to have more and not need them, and than need them and not have them. That's what I'm thinking here. There's a certain logic there. It's the logic of a coward. let's be honest, but it's the certain logic there. But I think, for now, while that's chewing on that, Furryearsworld, we're going to go with the cheery old ta-ta.